fight, finally. Something not a mythical one, it's actually the actual war scene. Shion is like, yeah! It's like a bad. The Shion elite team, of course, I was revived. Yeah, they're all like zombies now or something. Exactly, they're like zombie. It's like Shion's zombie goblin team. I love this one, the tiny one. Come on, this is the best character. It's like tiny little goblin on there. It's like, that's right, yeah! We kick your ass! It's like, losers! Oh, this is, come on, best new character. No, this is great, man. Finally, she's finally on screen time. Yeah, Shion is finally angry. It's like, come on, finally something's happening, yeah. So, here we are, everyone. Finally, in Slime, they're pulling out the katanas. They're finally trying to do something. I mean, seriously. Jag hörde på the last episode, I should sit here in like a business suit, be like, yeah, it's like I never left the office. But seriously, I mean, the last 6 episodes of Slime has been one of the worst anime things ever, like seriously. And a lot of people are like, oh, you just want action, you just want that. No, but the meetings aren't good in Slime. They're not good meetings, right? But let me put that here. This episode is great, of course, because it's finally happening, right? And this is by far, obviously, the best episode of the season, like by a billion times more than the episode. But I was in here, and I want to be very direct with this thing here. I love animes, right? Like Kagi, one of my, if not my number one anime, right? Akagi, One Out. These are animes where they play like mahjong, right? And so on. Card games, right? And they have very, very huge amount of like narration, meat, so to speak. Everybody's at a table. And nothing much happens in many episodes of like Akagi. This is talking about different strategies or whatever, right? Like how they play the game, whatever. But it has so much more tension to it, and it feels much more real, right? And everything is more meaningful. So no, it's not about like number of words or lack of action scenes or like visual stuff with like big oppas or whatever, or you know. It's more about like, no, but the meetings in Slime is pretty boring, okay? They're not good meetings, okay? They're like, unironically, like actually really boring meetings that really feels like real life, like straight up feels like I'm actually at work still. I've said it for so many times, but seriously, watching Slime is like being at work, like literally. I have about 3-4 hours meeting every day, right? I work at a science place, a lot of meetings, a lot of discussions, and that's kind of Slime. You're sitting in a meeting, and you're like, and so it's so interesting. Like, yeah, this week I had a presentation of one of my research stuff. That's cool, right? This is my stuff, so that's a fun meeting. But some other meetings, it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna discuss who's gonna do this pure thing. And he's like, oh, who cares? Like, and it takes like 3 hours, you know what I mean? That's how Slime feels, seriously. 6 weeks of Slime has literally felt that I am still stuck at work in some really boring meeting, in the worst kind of meeting, where everyone knows because it's enough with Rima to fighting Hinata anyway. That's probably, if anything, that's probably the big issue of Slime. The meetings are not only bad, but they're also predictable. Because we all know what's gonna happen. We all know that they're gonna fight anime. We all know that even if Hinata is like, oh my god, ramen, and she's like, oh my god, it's so awesome, maybe Rimuru's a nice boy, is he gonna fight them anyway in the end, right? You know, so they fight them anyway. So we know that all the meeting is pointless, all the discussion is pointless, we're gonna fight anyway. Like, it's so much that too. We're like, you start the actual storyline, you know? And of course, use the lack of visuals, right? These last 6 episodes have been terrible because they also lacked a lot of visuals, here speaking, right? They could have said, I compare it to like something like a game like Fire Emblem, right? Unit and Overlord, I guess, in their kind of strategy role-playing games. In those games, they're very good at usually like showcasing you the world when they're having these meetings, right? So it might be that 10 characters have a meeting, and they're saying that, oh yeah, we have to fight the Sonorian Empire, and then the Fenrit guys are coming from that direction, and we have to kind of like, you know, maybe ally with them and so on. But then usually in those video games, they will show you the world map, right? And they will show you like, here's are these guys, over here are these guys, there are 50 guys up there, there's so many here, we are this side, we have this kind of route here, this is a flank. So usually in a lot of Fire Emblem and so on, they're very good like explaining to you the current like situation. Oh, this guy betrayed those guys, and they're very good like explaining to you, you know, how the troops are and so on, right? And having visual cues for that while they're having the meetings, right? In Slime, it literally was an effing table, and the character is sitting there for 10 minutes talking about it. Why aren't the anime showing us stuff? Why isn't the anime showing us, even if it was still frames, just showing us a little bit of the world, this or there, that's those guys, here's the elves they're doing that stuff. Like, why are they showing that, right? The anime felt incredibly lazy for the last 6 weeks, but it's just like, literally, it's just the same exact frame for like 10 minutes of them talking. You're like, wow, amazing. Like, it's better to read the book, right, you know? But anyway, Check the actual episode. Like video subscribe, so like button. Here's the full review then of the fighting episode, but it's mostly still actually a meeting healing in ramen though. It's time for meetings! It's time for meetings! Hinata is there with her new katana. Is it meeting time? Or are they gonna recap? Because that was what we need, man. Yeah, recap. Or they like, remember when we recapped? Then we had some meetings, then we had some recap, and that's amazing. Meeting room. Like, seriously! Go outside! Goddammit! Touch some grass, Rimaru! Touch some grass! Listen, he needs us out here. Touch some grass, man. Yeah, she's left the meeting room. It's out here. They're like, yeah, the Crusaders. They're gonna have a meeting probably. They're gonna have all those camp meetings. Yeah, man, those camp meetings. Be like, what you doing, bro? It's like, yeah, I'm doing this thing, bro. You're good. Now, while they're riding. I mean, seriously! This is not a meeting, let's be honest here. Yes, there's no table anymore, but they're riding on horses talking. This is not a meeting. This is like, what the shy, yeah, it's not a meeting, guys, okay? This is not a meeting. It's just another meeting, another form of meeting. It's a meeting with, here we are, okay, here we go. They're in a meeting. I'm just kidding, they're in town now, okay? They're finally here. They're crusading their way over here. They probably have a meeting with meet them though. Yeah, they're gonna have like a meeting time. Fashion design from yeah. Goddamn high-tech stuff, man. Yes, very impressed. Yeah, of course, Tempest is amazing. They have everything, man. Best city ever, man. And happy kids and so on. She's like, I supposed to kill them all. Yeah. He's like, what if I commit, what if I destroy this village? With massive war efforts, I will get them. It's like, ramen! No, this is good. She's like, ramen! You're gonna have some ramen! She's like, I don't care about war anymore. Ramen! She followed immediately. Goddamn Japanese people. They're ramen! Can it be ramen for reals? I gotta eat my ramen. Yeah, she's like, ramen! Oh my! God, it's in. Now she's finally like, maybe she's ally with Hinata. This is what he needed, man. You need to fight her, you need no god power, no demon lord power. You need to give some ramen, man. Now the ladies are like, yes, this ramen thing. He reinvented the ramen. I like that. It was some detail too. Whoa! It's the Soma now. Oh my! Whoa! Yes, they all turned into freaking Soma. Oh my! That goes out too. I need to! Kiss me. I'm serious. She got that cat tongue, yeah. Bastards! I like it when you turn into Soma, everyone is exploding, everyone's like, yes, every time like, oh my god! Yeah, they're all going crazy. I need to stitch the food. This one is mine. I like it like a slime rimmar in the bottom. Slime rimmar, like, yeah. That was a good episode. I mean, that was funny, Liz. That's what I mean. The previous episode could have been funny too, you know. It's because you have a meeting, you can still have good jokes there, but it weren't. Nothing was like fun either. It was just info dumps, right? It was just info dump, yeah. The problem with the 6 episode meeting is extreme. But even ignoring the number episode, I mean, the problem still is the quality of the actual meeting, right? It's just info dump, it's like almost no jokes, and, yeah. This is like the funniest scene so far. This full scene is the funniest scene so far in the whole season, right? Like, it's like, yeah, what happened to all the jokes, right? It's like a goblin. And it's a Japanese camp. It's one of those Japanese, like, yeah, like they have in school and so on, go to the camp. It's so angry, like, he's just rebuilt a Japanese study camp. And this is like, oh, another meeting. Here we have for guys. Another table, another meeting. Call it, guys. They're gonna have more meetings. They're gonna go to this place and have meetings and discuss with Rimaru. It's what they do best. It's what they do best. Go back to Rimaru-sama. More meetings. I mean, it's here. It's another meeting. Yeah, they are sitting here in this. Yeah. It's another meeting. They have another meeting, right? Yeah. They're like, you know the truth. But of course. Well, they obviously sent her to fight Rimuru, giving her her new sword, right? They obviously like tried to plot this fight, right? Yeah, tried to plot this war, right? Obviously. Easy to manipulate is holy people, as always, right? Yeah, as always. My god, it's an elite goblin dead skull, man! Finally! Pacing is terrible, seriously. It's like every character has to first talk about it, yeah. We gotta finally have a fight, and it's like, we have like 10 characters that have their opinion first about it. Christ. Yeah, but this is the problem. You can't have like every character also be like, yeah, should we fight them or not? Maybe. Let's do it, maybe. But here we finally go. It's the first fight, finally. Something it's not a mythical one. It's actually the actual war scene, yeah. The anime finally starts. The Shion is like, yeah! This is the Shion elite team, of course, that was revived. So Uncle Geld. Yeah, they're all like zombies now or something. Exactly, they're like zombie. It's like Shion's zombie goblin team. Oh yeah. I love this one, the tiny one. Come on, this is the best new character. He's like tiny little goblin on here. It's like, that's right, yeah! We kick your ass! It's like, losers! Oh, this is, come on, best new character. Oh, these are all badass, man, all this like new team. These poor holy knights, man, they have no chance. Because they are the zombie goblins. Look at this, they actually have a conflict now, yeah. They actually have war, man. So everyone knows war is the best thing ever. No, but seriously, this is so silly how... This is like hype now because they actually are fighting each other. It's kind of silly, but yeah, it is. Like, finally, man. There is! That bastard! That Rimuru! And the ogres! They're all pure... Rimuru-sama! You here for me? Yeah, this is so cute. Stop fucking the fight! Rimuru-sama's here! Yay! Yeah, not just gonna, I will do it! Yeah, no, it's all like... I'm getting all excited! Yes, I guess. Of course. Of course. Oh, the final fight? Next episode though. Yeah, this will be the episode over now, clearly. They're finally gonna have the war. Hinata vs Rimuru, round 2. But it's obviously episode over now, right? It's like a minute left, yeah, it's like... Of course, it's how episode ends, right? The steering, like, oh, I see you there, yeah, that ends, yeah. A very anime of them, very anime, teasing us for... It's finally war, right? It is happening, yeah. Of course, the best episode by far, right? I said the earlier introduction there of the whole meeting thing, right? But obviously, this episode is by far the best episode. There's like no question about that. And I don't want to iterate the whole meeting again, right? But you get my point. The meetings aren't good in this anime. There are many other animes with better meetings. So, of course, the episode here is 100 times better than we had so far, right? But honestly, this episode to me isn't that good either. And I sound very negative. We finally have the war! No, but I mean, the episode wasn't like bad. But certainly, it still has that issue with the meetings, right? I mean, honestly, it has. I mean, look at my reaction. I'm not just faking that, you know, I only do honest reactions, right, you know what I mean? It's like, the episode starts with them, like, just riding the horses and having a meeting, right, on the horse. It's still a meeting. There's still a meeting, right? It's a better meeting, though, because I guess they're moving towards the action, but it's a little more meaningful, but it's still a meeting. And then they have the ramen scene, which, don't get me wrong, that was by far the funniest scene so far in the anime, so that was actually, like, a really fun... Honestly, it was probably the only funny scene so far in this season, and that to me sounds I don't know how to say it, right? But basically, I mean, of course there've been jokes and so on, right, over the season, but that ramen scene is like, if it's like the only real scene where they spend like a large portion of the episode to actually have this like ongoing joke, right? Hinata being all ramen obsessed and her friends also eating ramen, and she got a cat tongue and all this stuff, and it was like an actual several, you know, jokes about that team of ramen, right? It has to be the only one this season. And it just reminds me a little bit of what I miss in this season, right? Or generally in Rimuru, where I feel that those like ramen scenes would have been something that would happen a lot more frequently in the past. And the reason I bring it up, right, is because this is exactly what I said maybe I think like 2-3 weeks ago, at episode 3 and 4, that this what this needs, right? We need to have more of this thing. We need to have a meeting, maybe for 10 minutes. Then we need like a ramen scene for 10 minutes, like an actual like fan service, funny scene. Maybe it's like Shion and Rimaru, the onsen, I don't know. But it's just something kind of funny, right? So kind of funny, kind of sexy, and then go back to the meeting. That would have made the anime so much more bearable. Of course, yes, the pacing would be even worse. Don't get me wrong, I agree with that. The pacing would be even worse, because if you had the exact same amount of meeting time, it obviously would have pushed it even further, right? But at the same time, the episode per self would have been better, because you would have a mixture of like a little bit world building, a little bit positioning, and then some kind of funny, extra scene, some fan service, and then back right to the actual meeting or whatever. But of course, you could have slimmed down the meeting anyway, but still, something like that. And you just didn't have this, you just literally have the very, very static meeting, right? And that's just terrible. But this episode here, then, of course, is so much better. But I still feel they haven't really gotten out that meeting, right? Because half the episode is still a meeting, more or less, yeah. 50% here it still is mostly like a build-up for the actual fight. They finally get to the fight, and that's all good. Sean's getting angry. You see her like revive team, right? You're like zombie goblins or whatever. I love the new like chibi goblin, yeah, the tiny goblin. It's all like, everything rest! Yeah. She's like, ha yeah. I love her. It's like goblina, pissed off mode of thing. What's her name? I don't know. Like, did it say her name? I mean, I've only seen her in the extra, like in the background before. She looks like a goblin now, though. Uncle Gelt's, yeah, but like she's like, leveled up now or something. This is some hair color, it's purple, yeah. But anyway, so she's a funny character. We see them own them, right? So that was good. But at the end of the day, right, it ends with like Hinata and Rimuru being like, "Oh, you wanna go, bro? You wanna go, bro?" It ends with that, right? So we still haven't actually got to the real fight. We still have this like meeting mode where they're like, "Oh yeah, maybe I should do this, maybe go." Yeah, we still haven't really gotten to the actual encounter, right? So the episode fails again. It's much better, but it still is like, I think it's half and half. I think it's half and half. I think half the episode still feels I'm stuck at work, at the meeting, right? I'm like, oh, it's finally out of it. So better, but I think next episode is gonna be the episode where it actually feels like the meetings are finally over, right? And I really do want to emphasize, like I said many times, I really want to hammer this point down, though. You can make meetings work, right? And then I didn't say earlier, but I love Tonigawa, from the same author as Kaji and Akagi. Tonigawa, middle management. I love Tonigawa. But Tonigawa makes fun, of the whole work culture, IT culture, being stuck at work, It makes fun of it. And sometimes it doesn't even make fun of it, but it's more like Seinfeld. It's like Tonigawa is like making an interesting observation of work culture or whatever, right? So it isn't funny, but it's kind of funny because he thinks about it. And you're like, oh yeah, that's true, that is interesting, yeah, like, so, but I mean, like, it's, you can make, like, a boring meeting actually be interesting, and, like, but this anime doesn't do it at all, right, Tonigawa is actually the best, yeah, I come with it now, Tonigawa is actually a much better example of, like, how to make meeting actually be interesting in an anime standpoint. This is, like, honestly one of my favorite animes. I love Tonigawa as well, not as good as Kaji, but the spin-off of Kaji, yeah, it's a very, very written anime, too. If you actually want to see meetings work properly. But anyway, if you get subscribed and have a great day.